Welcome to Friday Value Video, and I'm going to shake things up a little bit right now and not use any slides. I really wanted to speak from my heart. Um, I have been working with people in pain now for 30 years, and I also work with people who want to age really well and not see decline, not see the things that go on. And I know last week I did some slides on that mindset that we have about aging, but I wanted to expand on that a little bit more and kind of speak from my heart. So, I've worked with people who are over 100 years old, many people over 100 years old, and a lot of them had a really high quality of life. The problem is that's not what's presented in the world because unfortunately, positive headlines and good words in the headlines don't really get the clicks, don't really make the money. So we're not hearing the good stuff that's going on in this world. We're not hearing about people who are aging really well, over 100, able to run a mile, able to, still do their shopping and their cleaning and their cooking and their driving and their finances and live life large. We're not hearing that. Or we're also kind of stuck in this mindset that as we get older, we're supposed to have pain. We're supposed to have joints that hurt because you are getting older, all of those things. It's craziness. I actually had somebody contact me the other day who said that once he heard me, he realized, yeah, he didn't have to be experiencing those things. It wasn't a normal part of aging. So I really want you to take some time and think about this right now. What's going on in your world that may be related to what you have heard, what you have read, what you have come to believe based on the number of years you've been walking the earth, based on the number of years you've been above ground? Are you influenced by those mindsets, those preconceived notions of what aging is supposed to be? It's craziness. I'm 66. I don't take any medications. I thank God for that. I thank God for my health, but I work with him, not against him. I'm not perfect. I don't eat a 100% perfect diet. I don't work out 100% perfectly. However, I make sure that I do the right things the right way, and I do the things that matter most. But most importantly, I don't believe aging is meant to be a decline into disposable underwear, joint pain, weakness, muscle loss, mental capacity deficits. I don't believe any of that. I believe that's all a lie from the pit of hell that we've been believing for decades, and that has influenced our lives, influenced our behaviors, influenced our attitudes, and our lifestyles. I mean, buying a home that has no stairs so that you can age in place, that's nonsense. I know someone I work with, she's in her 80s and she climbs 13 flights of stairs, or I think it might be 14 or 15 flights of stairs every day to stay in shape. So please reject those lies, reject the headlines, reject the magazine articles, reject the doctors and I'm not picking on doctors, any healthcare professional who thinks you're supposed to be aging poorly. Reject that. I remember my dad, he was in his 80s. He had 2 heart attacks in a 24-hour period. I was at the hospital with him. The cardiologist was there when I walked into the room. And the cardiologist, when I was asking what they were doing and this and that, and the cardiologist acted like my dad was ready to just, fold up and end life. He said, well, he is 83. And I said, yeah. And he was working yesterday. And he lives in a 2nd floor apartment on a hill, and he climbs 45 stairs to enter his home. And he carries things up and down those stairs to do his business. And he was shocked because I guess somebody in their 80s isn't supposed to have an active life. So it's the mindset. Please, if that's you, don't fall into that trap. Reject the lie. Start living your life the way you know you're meant to. Not what you've read, not what you've heard, not what you've been told. Okay? We do have to age, no matter our efforts to the contrary, but we don't have to get old with a mindset of limited function, limited quality of life, and loss of independence. That does not have to happen. It's not a rite of passage if we live long enough to get there, because that's not what I've seen in my profession or in my life. It doesn't have to happen. All right. I hope this helps you in some way, and I'll see you next week.